Man, Mr. Milktastic, Millionaire Mission, coming back at you with another episode, splashing in the fishbowl. And on today's episode, I was just thinking about purpose, ambition, motivations, and the things that drive me and keep me going. And I was kind of surprised to realize that, unbeknownst to me, I've lost the ambitions and the drive for a lot of things. And I don't know if it's because my life has changed. It ain't changed so drastically, but it has in a certain way. It changed like dramatically in one instance. So it could be the change that's going on in my life, and I know that I'm gonna have to deal with these changes like forever. Uh, mm. And it's rough to deal with. So I would say through feeling like maybe you know what I'm saying, I'm lost, like I said, I just feeling unmotivated, uninspired, and I'm trying to keep my motivation and my ambitions back to where it need to be. Because like normally for me, I don't need a prep talk. I don't need a pat on the back, and I don't need an alarm clock. I know when I get up, it's time to go hustle, right? Automatically. But even with like I said, just the recent changes have been making me feel a certain type of way, and I want to be on some more positive stuff. So I've been saying to myself that I just got to keep busy, keep working, and everything will iron itself out. Like I say, you can't be happy-go-lucky forever. That's just unrealistic because people gonna die. That's gonna make you sad. Things gonna happen. People gonna cut you off in traffic. That's gonna piss you off. Your job gonna say something stupid to you, and that's gonna piss you off. So you're a human, so you got human emotions. So we'll deal with them as such. But yeah, being motivated and having that ambitions to go get what you want to get. So like, I just put it out there. You know how they be like, put a vision board up. They be like, put a vision board up so you can see that what you're trying to obtain. I think that's a pretty good idea. Putting up the vision board to me seems like a good idea. I haven't put up the vision board, but I just give y'all the spiel of how it's gonna look for real. Cause I be praying and talking to the Father up in heaven who made this whole world, who made the stars, the moon, who made you and me. So my belief is probably a little bit bigger than somebody else's on what I could possibly, it's like you're not even worthy of a mansion, right? You're not even worthy. No, I am. My Father he made all this, the whole world. So I'm worthy of the best in this world. I just have to put in the work, do my part, and like I say, you wanna be a giver, but you don't want to give until your cup is empty, and now you need somebody to give you. But I can say firsthand, I seen somebody being a blessing to other people, and they being blessed. So try to be a blessing to somebody else if you got it. Like, but if you ain't got it, don't be worrying about it or stressing about it. Like, God know you ain't got it to give it to nobody, so don't be stressing about something that you ain't got to give. Tell them people no and pray for them. You know what I'm saying? People be stressing out when people call them with their problems, and you ain't got the money to help them. Now you stressing and trying to figure out how you can get money to help them when you need money to help yourself. So even if you're struggling on the money end, there's plenty of other things you can count as your blessings. You woke up this morning, you can see, you can smell, you got both your arms, both your legs, over your hands, your feet, your toes, your eyes, your ears. It's a lot of reasons and blessings to count as soon as you wake up. Just waking up is a blessing. Thank God for waking us up this morning. Many people went to sleep and ain't wake up this morning. So again, I say, like, Stressing about things you can't change is pointless. You gotta just count your blessings, because no matter what happened, who died, who don't talk to you no more, who divorced you, or who you broke up with, God bless you to wake up. You better count them blessings. Hey, I can see, I can hear, I can taste, I can smell, I can walk, I can talk. You know what I'm saying? I can get up and try again. If you fail, don't look at it as a failure. Don't look at it as a loss. Look at it as a lesson and learn from it and try to change. Yes, sometimes we do the same dumb mistake over and over again, but hey, God bless you to get up, so he gave you another chance to get it right. You know? We be wanting not to sin, but then sin be seeming like the thing to do. It's the world, it's flesh. We in the world, we are flesh, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna do the wrong thing, but through studying God's word and trying to be a better person to people, we become more godly. And I know I just got to do one part about being godly immediately, and that is become more organized. I be just like throwing stuff everywhere. I got to stop that. Definitely got to get more organized. But hey, guys, we splashing in the fishbowl today. We got another satchel. We dropped the satchel late last night, like 12 o'clock. Dropped the bag over there. And we over here to pick up another bag, man. It don't stop. It don't stop. You understand me? Family. Get on your grind. Get on your millionaire mission. I am not playing with y'all. One of us got to get the millions. If y'all get it before me, just make sure you break bread with me. And if I get it before you, just make sure you comment and liking the videos, and I'll see your name and remember you was here before I got the M's. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. It'll help the algorithm to spread this out and all that good stuff. Appreciate you. We're going to get right to it. If you know, you know. We in Kings 1. Solomon is taking over from David, and Solomon is starting to build the Lord's house. Okay, so we on chapter 7. Now Solomon was building his own house 13 years. So it took Solomon 7 years to build the Lord's house, and it's saying it took him 13 years to build his house. Now Solomon was building his own house 13 years, and he finished all his house. He built the house of the forest of Lebanon. Its length was 100 cubits, and its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits, on 4 rows of cedar pillars, with cedar beams of the pillars. It was paneled with cedar above the side chambers, which were on the 45 pillars, 15 in each row. There were artistic window frames in 3 rows, and windows was opposite windows in 3 ranks. All the doors and doorposts had square artistic frames, and windows was opposite windows in 3 ranks. Then he made the hall of pillars. Its length was 50 cubits, and its width 30 cubits. And a porch was in front of them, and the pillars and the threshold in front of them. He made the hall of the throne where he was to judge, the hall of judgment, and it was paneled with cedar from floor to floor. His house where he was to live, the other court inward from the hall, was the same workmanship. He also made a house like this hall for Pharaoh's daughter, whom Solomon had married. All these were of costly stones, a stone cut according to measure, sawed with saws, inside and out, even from the foundation to the coping, and so on the outside to the great court. The foundation was of costly stone, even large stones, stones of 10 cubits and stones of 8 cubits. And above were costly stones cut according to the measure, and cedar. So the great court all around had 3 rows of cut stone, and a row of cedar beams, even as the inner court of the house of the Lord, and the porch of the house. Hiram's work in the temple. Now King Solomon sent through and brought Hiram from Tyre. He was a widow's son from the tribe of Naphtali. And his father was a man of Tyre, a worker in bronze, and he was filled with wisdom and understanding and skill for doing any work in bronze. So he came to King Solomon and performed all his work. He fashioned the two pillars of the bronze. 18 cubits was the height of one pillar, and a line of 12 cubits measured the circumference of both. He also made two capitals of molten bronze to set on the top of the pillars. The height of the one capital was 5 cubits, and the height of the other capital was 5 cubits. There were nets of networks and twisted threads of chain work for capitals which were on top of the pillars. 7 for the one capital and 7 for the other capital. So he made the pillars in 2 rows around on the one network to cover the capitals which were on top of the pillar. And so he did the other capital. The capitals which were on top of the pillars in the porch were lily design, 4 cubits. There were capitals on 2 pillars, even above and close to the rounded projection, which was beside the network and the pomegranates. Number 200 in a row around both capitals. Then he set up the pillars at the porch of the nave, and he set up the right pillar and named it Jachin. And he set up the left pillar and named it Boaz. On top of the pillars was lily design, so the work of the pillars was finished. Now he made the sea of cast metal, 10 cubits from brim to brim, circular in form, and its height was 5 cubits and 30 cubits in circumference. Under its brim ground gourds went around encircling it 10 to a cubit, completely surrounding the sea. The gourds were in 2 rows, cast with the rest. It stood on 12 oxen, 3 facing the north, 3 facing the west, 3 facing the south, and 3 facing the east. And the sea was set on top of them, and all their rear parts were turned inward. It was a hand breadth thick, and its brim was made like the brim of a cup, as a lily blossom. It could hold 2,000 barrels. Then he made the 10 stands of bronze. The length of each stand was 4 cubits, and its width 4 cubits, and its height 3 cubits. This was the design of the stand. They had borders, even borders between the frames, and on the borders which were between the frame were lion, oxen, cherubims, and on the frames there was a pedestal above and beneath the lions and oxen wreath of hanging work. Now each stand had 4 bronze wheels with bronze axles, and its 4 feet had supports. Beneath the basin were cast supports with rest at each side. Its opening inside the crown at the top was a cubit, and its opening was round like the design of a pedestal, a cubit and a half. And also on its opening there were engravings, and their borders were square, not round. The 4 wheels were underneath the borders, and the axles of the wheels were on the stand. And the height of a wheel was a cubit and a half. The workmanship of the wheel was like the workmanship of a chariot wheel. Their axles, their rims, their spokes, and their hubs were all cast. Now there were 4 supports at the 4 corners of each stand. Its supports were part of the stand itself. On top of the stand there was a circular form, half a cubit, and on top of the stand it stays, and its borders were part of it. He engraved on the plates of its stays and on its borders cherubims, lions, and palm trees, according to the seated space on each, with its rest all around. He made 10 stands like this. All of them had 1 casting, 1 measure, and 1 form. He made 10 basins of bronze. 1 basin held 40 barrels. Each basin was 4 cubits, and on each of the 10 stands was 1 basin. Then he set the stand 5 on the right side of the house and 5 on the left side of the house. And he set the sea of cast metal on the right side of the house, eastward toward the south. Now Hiram made the basins and the shovels and the bowls. So Hiram finished doing all the work which he performed for King Solomon in the house of the Lord. The 2 pillars and the 2 bowls of the capitals which were on top of the 2 pillars, and the 2 networks to cover the 2 bowls of the capitals which were on top of the pillars, and the 400 pomegranates for the 2 networks, 2 rows of pomegranate for each network to cover 2 bowls of the capital which were on top of the pillars, and the 10 stands with the 10 basins on the stands, and the 1 sea, and the 12 oxen under the sea, and the pails, and the shovels, and the bowls, even all the utensils which Hiram made for King Solomon in the house of the Lord were of polished bronze. In the plain of the Jordan the king cast them, in the clay ground between Succoth and Zerathun. Solomon left all the utensils unweighed because they were too many. The weight of the bronze could not be ascertained. Solomon made all the furniture which was in the house of the Lord, the golden altar and the golden table on which was the bread of presence, and the lampstand, 5 on the right and 5 on the left, in front of the inner sanctuary of pure gold, and the flowers and the lamps and the tongs of gold, and the cups and the snuffers, and the bowls and the spoons and the fire pans of pure gold, and the hinges both for the doors of the inner house, the most holy place, and for the doors of the house that is of the nave of gold. Thus all the work that King Solomon performed in the house of the Lord was finished, and Solomon brought in the things dedicated by his father David, the silver and the gold and the utensils, and he put them in the treasury of the house of the Lord. And that was chapter 7, 1 Solomon Kings. I really be, when I be reading sometimes, like when I'm reading about Solomon building his house and the Lord's house, I'm like, why do I need all these details about this house that he building? I don't understand why I need all the details, but I read it all because it got to be useful somewhere down the line. Hey, y'all hit the like button for me so we can get some more people up in here. We about to jump into this financial IQ because I know y'all want to be smarter about money like I do. Some people are out here faking the front like they know about money, but they didn't get no financial education from their mother and father or their auntie and uncles, and they didn't go to any financial institutions. So they don't know nothing about money but what me and you know about money. Go to work, get money, pay bills. That's what we know. But we are changing that. We are going to be investing, finding passive incomes, making residual incomes. We are doing things differently for 2024 because we are increasing our financial IQ. That's what we set out to do, and that's what we going to do. I cut the truck off so y'all can hear me better, but that sun is kicking my... So I'm going to have to cut that back on. Yeah, we need that AC. We need that AC. We ain't gonna play. Need a little water too. The park. So the next chapter we're gonna say is finding your genius. How many of y'all think y'all geniuses? All right, finding your genius. I built and rebuilt several businesses from 1974 to 1984. I was determined to become an entrepreneur, just like a baby who stands and falls a number of times before learning to walk. I stood and fell a number of times before walking as an entrepreneur. I did this because I wanted to learn to be an insider, not an outsider. Appreciate that, hitting the like button. Appreciate that. That's going to help me out. Oh, wow, I forgot I didn't have my trailer on me, and I released my brakes to keep the AC on. I forgot I didn't want to attach to a trailer that quick. From 1984 to 1994, I became an educational entrepreneur because I became interested in how people learn. Although I disliked school, I enjoyed learning. I also wanted to know why I always felt stupid in class. During those 10 years, Kim and I built an educational company that taught entrepreneurship and investing from our offices in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, and the US. During this period of time, I did things differently, almost the opposite of the way traditional schools teach. Instead of creating an environment where only 1 or 2 students were smart, I created an environment where everyone could feel smart and learn. Instead of competing, the class cooperated. Instead of having students listen to me lecture, I created different games to teach specific subjects. Instead of being bored, adult students were actively challenged and participated. I went on to develop my educational board game, Cash Flow, from what I learned as an entrepreneur educational. I went on to develop my educational board game, Cash Flow, from what I learned as an entrepreneurial educator. The first game to teach both accounting and investing at the same time. As you may know, accounting can be the most boring subject on earth, and investing the most frightening. By combining the two subjects into one game, learning became challenging and fun. A person could play the game 1,000 times and still learn something new about accounting, investing in themselves. The game was officially launched in 1996. I learned more about the human mind and how we learn. I found a number of things about our school system that was disturbing. I found that our current system of teaching actually damages a child's brain. In other words, even an A student can be slowed up by the educational system. The more I studied and participated and practiced different teachings techniques in my class, the more I began to find the answers I was looking for. And I found why I had constantly been labeled stupid or at best average. Multiple intelligences. Okay. Through my research, I discovered the book Frames of Mind, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences by Howard Gardner. His work was mind expanding and validating. He teaches that there are 7 intelligences: linguistic, logical, mathematical, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, spatial, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. His book validated what I intrinsically knew. I simply didn't have the intelligences recognized by the school system, which are predominantly linguistic and logical mathematical. So I'm gonna read that again because the words are kind of big and kind of jumbled up. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. He said his book validated what I intrinsically knew. I simply didn't have the intelligences recognized by the school system, which are predominantly linguistic and logical mathematical. This is one of the reasons I failed English twice in high school. I could not write, spell, or pronunciate. I am not linguistic, and I am not logical. In my freshman year at the Merchant Marine Academy, English became my favorite subject because I had a great teacher. If not for that teacher, I might not be an author today. My English teacher at the academy had great interpersonal skills, which is why he could relate to me. I respected him. Instead of talking down to me, he inspired me. We could speak person to person rather than teacher to student. In his class, I wanted to be smart and I wanted to learn. Instead of another F in English, I received a B. I need security. Later, as a Marine in Vietnam, it was my intrapersonal intelligence that kept me alive. Intrapersonal intelligence is the ability to control your emotions and get the job done, even if the job is life-threatening. Many people are not successful financially because their intrapersonal intelligence is weak. People with limited intrapersonal intelligence often say, I need job security, or that sounds risky. These are examples of emotions doing the thinking, not intrapersonal intelligence. And when I say intrapersonal, I'm gonna spell it out for you so you could go Google it, get the definition and see what he's saying. It's intrap, intrapersonal, intrapersonal. That's how I'm saying it. That's what it looked like. Interpersonal, intrapersonal. Interpersonal intelligence. As I studied more about Gardner and his theory of multiple intelligences, I recognized that A students were those who had high linguistic and logical mathematical intelligences. Reading, writing, and math were easy for them, but very difficult for me. I read and wrote slowly. I only liked math if I was measuring something like my boat or my money. My intelligence strengths were spatial, bodily, kinesthetic, and intrapersonal, which is why I doodled in class, built a boat, and was not threatened or motivated when teachers told me I wouldn't get a good job if I didn't get good grades. At this time, you may want to ask yourself, of the 7 intelligences, which are you strong at? You may want to list them in order, 1 being the highest and 7 being the lowest. I encourage you to read Dr. Grainer's book. 3 parts of the brain: the left brain, the right brain, and the subconscious brain. It's 3 parts of the brain: the left brain, the right brain, and the subconscious brain. Albert Einstein is credited with saying, imagination is more important than knowledge. As an entrepreneur, shut up. As an entrepreneur educator, I did a lot of research on different parts of the brain, boiling it all down to overly simplified terms. We have 3 basic parts of our brain pictured on page 169. Left brain, right brain, subconscious. And that's what it looked like. Left brain, right brain, subconscious. Now my chicken been in the microwave beeping for a minute. So give me a second, let me grab that. I got 10 to that. Probably gotta reheat it up. I'll let it cool off by not sitting in the microwave that long. Yeah, so we just get that back going. All right, we can cut that off right now. So I wanted to go back over one of these chapters right quick, one of these paragraphs that I read that's kind of stuck out to me. It says, his book validated what I intrinsically knew. I simply didn't have the intelligences recognized by the school system, which are predominantly linguistic and logical mathematical. This is one of the reasons I failed English twice in high school. I could not write, spell, or punctuate. I am not linguistic, and I am not logical. In my freshman year at the Merchant Marine Academy, English became my favorite subject because I had a great teacher. If not for that teacher, I might not be an author today. My English teacher at the academy had great interpersonal skills, which is why he could relate to me. I respected him. Instead of talking down to me, he inspired me. We could speak person to person rather than teacher to student. So that's what I wanted to harp on, that part right there. See, we gotta learn to stop talking down on people, right? And learn to speak to people person to person. Even if you is speaking like you the teacher speaking to a student, you still gotta speak to people person to person. You can't talk down on people because nobody don't want to talk to your ass after you've been talking down on them. Like, oh, you think you know everything, you think you better than everybody. Nobody wants to talk to nobody like that, you feel me? Nobody wants to deal with nobody like that. But financially, we gotta just keep.
What city in United States?
Shut up. But financially, we just gotta keep increasing the IQ. And I want to do a kind of like a goal challenge. A goal challenge like GOAL. I want to do a goal challenge. Challenge myself, give myself like a short run, like a 60-day challenge. I don't even want to go 90 days, like a 60-day challenge. I'm gonna figure it out and I'll come back with it. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. Appreciate y'all for hitting the comment button. For all y'all that participated in the poll on the other video and that still participating in it, appreciate that. If you ever ordered something from me or you seen me out here and you shot with me on this, you see what it say, right? On this millionaire mission, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's Milktastic TV. Make sure y'all subscribe. Just punch in Milktastic and some of my music videos should pop up. Make sure y'all check that out. And yeah, we're gonna keep on living. And right now, I think I gotta revamp the goals so that the motivation, like I gotta get new motivation. I'm not trying to be upset or mad about anything. You gotta get new motivation. Yes, we always want new money, but what's the motivation to get the money? Right now, my motivation is I'm sort of determined to get the business going because I don't want to continue to trade my time for money. So that's sort of my motivation. That's like my main motivation. So like if I could boss up and get a truck and a trailer, then I can stop trading my time for money. Like initially, I probably still be trading time for money because once you first get the truck, you gotta drive it. So you running. But I've been thinking, because remember we gotta increase our financial intelligence, and I've been thinking I might get the truck and put Shawty, Cam in the truck and keep doing what I'm doing. I know a Shawty in the truck, gonna be me and her in the truck. Or getting another driver and just letting. But see, the thing about getting a driver is nobody's gonna take care of your equipment like you're gonna take care of your equipment, and that is the problem. That's a serious problem. You don't want to buy a $40,000, $50,000 piece of equipment, then you get a driver in there, and they don't give a damn about the equipment and just tear it up. That's why I prefer to go with my Shawty or Cam, because they family, they ain't gonna really just be treating the truck like a rental truck. But increasing the financial intelligence has been telling me, like, yes, you could purchase a truck and trailer, but you don't have to be the one that drives it. You know what I'm saying? You can purchase it and let somebody else drive it while you keep driving and doing what you're doing over here at this job. Now you got a truck that's out there on the road and making you money, and you ain't even driving it, you just dispatching it. And you ain't gonna be dispatching too long, because my sister do dispatching, so I'm definitely gonna be turning that over. That's gonna be her job. She can get paid her percentage for dispatching. So that's like, driving is out of my hair. I don't have to drive. Dispatching is out of my hair. I don't have to worry about dispatching. And all I gotta do is just be checking on my, like, okay, I give you a perfect example. The broker keep calling me, but my company has a tracker on either their truck or their trailer. So they know where I'm at all the time, but they be wanting telling these brokers that they could tell me that I need to download a tracking app. Like, bro, this is my phone, bro. You don't pay for this phone, bro. You don't tell me what I could download. You can call my phone and I give you a location update. You don't tell me I have to download this app. Like he was telling me, oh, we got $100 hold. Like if you don't download the app, no, you gonna hold $100 from that company. My company's gonna pay me for every drive. If y'all hold $100 from them because they couldn't get me to download tracking, that's on them. They can't make me put nothing on my phone either. This is my phone. He's like, oh, get the tracking app. Bitch, I don't know what all that app is doing. That app could be, every time you log into your bank account, that app could be just showing up, copying all the bank information. I don't know what these apps is doing. Man, it's 2024. Let me eat my chicken. It's getting cold again. You know what I'm saying? 2024. They want me to act like I know like what they doing. Oh, get this out, get that out. And don't get me wrong, I don't be trying to be no asshole like I ain't download no app, I actually download the app. And then the app doesn't work. And you know what they tell me? Oh, uninstall it and reinstall it. Bro, who finna be doing all that, bro? I screenshot that app, show them that, hey, I got this app, it's not working. All that stuff you talking about, uninstall and reinstall, I'm not finna sit here playing with this app all day. You can call me and I'll tell you where I'm at, brother. They be acting like, I'm talking about, they text me a bunch of times, call me a bunch of times, and I be answering. Like the last time I just talked to him, though, I think he got the point. Because he was like, oh, if you could just get on track with tracking. I say, brother, ain't every time you call me, I answer my phone. I told you where I'm at. You just called me right now. I told you I'm checking in right now. Now, they done called me 2-3 hours before, and I told them what time I'm going to be there. The time I told them I'm going to be there, 5 to 10 minutes after that time, they called my phone. Bro, I told you where I'm at. I'm here. I'm checking in, bro. Don't keep telling me about no tracking app, my nigga. Shit be tripping me out when it don't be like no super official government. Like, y'all ain't got steel or the nickels that they making dimes and nickels with. Nigga, y'all ain't got nothing worth no money. Y'all tracking cardboard, fucking whatever. I don't want it. I gotta say though, y'all remember the other day we had them pickles that they, like a pallet got messed up and I had to throw all them pickles away. And I didn't know those spears were so good. I didn't know they were so good. Like that's a jar that nobody had this jar but me, and they were good. They were really good. It's like almost better than how you be snacking on chips and shit. It's almost better than chips eating them pickles straight out the jar like that. I was like, oh, I didn't know these pickles were so good. Thank you, Father, up in heaven, for the pickles and the good chicken, good food. In Jesus' name, amen. A little leftover. Mm-hmm. We cut the AC on now. So no matter what it's looking like for you out there, remember I said, no matter what it's looking like for you out there, let me see how many blessings we can count. I'm gonna give them to you so you don't forget them and don't say you don't know them. 1 blessing, we woke up. 2 blessings, we can see. 3 blessings, we can hear. 4 blessings, we can talk. 5 blessings, we can smell. That's 5 blessings right there. I ain't even made it to the second hand. Let's do it again. 1 blessing, we woke up. 2 blessings, we can see. 3 blessings, we can hear. 4 blessings, we can talk. 5 blessings, we can smell. 6 blessings, we got both of our feet and can get up and walk around. 7 blessings, God presented us with another opportunity today to get out the house and get it done. You understand me? So every day that God keeps blessing us and waking us up, let's not be ungrateful. Let's not be unappreciative. And let's consider this right here. Just consider it like this right here. What I've been trying to do, I've been trying to look at everybody like God. Like everybody is God in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like any random ass person, homeless ass person, fine ass person, ugly ass person that you see right now. If you take your eyes off your phone and look up and look and see any people that you don't know, just look at them and say, that's God. When you look at people like that, it makes you try to treat them a little bit better, no matter if they got a fucked up attitude or messed up demeanor. You're trying to treat them better because you're recognizing that God made us all and He really wants us to, worship Him only and treat our neighbors like we'll treat ourselves. It becomes a task to do that when people are giving you attitude for no reason. When people are walking around mad as hell and they're projecting that onto you. The reason they're projecting that madness onto you, giving you attitude, is because most people are in dire situations right now. Like, they don't know if they can go to the grocery store or should they pay the rent. And if they pay the rent, they might not be able to go to the grocery store. So now they walking around mad and they giving you the attitude. So don't let people with bad attitudes make you think it's a bad world. People are broke and that shit is upsetting. So it's a lot of people that's broke and they mad, and that's what you gotta realize. So you cannot be one of those persons. Stay on your millionaire mission. Don't forget to count your blessings. Even if your pockets is on 0, you woke up this morning, you can see, you can walk, you can talk, you can hear, you can smell. That's how you can hear. Yeah, you can smell, you can get you some food. Even if you gotta go in Walmart, like your bank account on E. Hey, listen, let me tell you, Walmart, no disrespect, but we're gonna go in there and we're gonna eat some food. Or walk around pushing that cart and get full too. Y'all make enough money and y'all throw enough food away that people that's really fucked up should be able to just handle this business. It's like when back in the day when they had all the people that used to grow the food, God used to tell the people like, hey, don't pick all the oranges off the tree. Leave some oranges for the homeless people. When they walking by, they can get an orange or 2. So it's like that in Walmart. You feel me? Like, I used to work there. Like, they throw away a lot of fucking food, bro. So if I'm doing bad, I'm going in there and I'm finna start walking and snacking, bro. I don't care. Bro. I'm gonna go walk and snack. You know what I'm saying? So try to keep yourself busy doing work so that you can get some money so that you don't be in Walmart trying to walk around and eat because you ain't got no money to eat. We all got the same 30 days, man. Don't wait until the last week to be trying to figure out how you gonna pay your rent. Because now you calling other people, stressing them out about your rent. when they was already stressed out about their rent. They got enough problems. The world has enough problems. Let's be problem solvers, not problems makers, or the person always with a problem. Let's count our blessings and try to help somebody. I'm telling you, I want to help a lot of people. But the finances is not there. Can't help nobody with no funds. You need funds. It's no fun when you have no funds. Okay? So get on your grind and stop chasing those buns. Also, count this blessing. If you got a family, even if you got a family you beefing with, peep this out. The family member that you beefing with, I want you to call them and apologize. Because you know why? Life is too short. You might die, and you holding on to that petty situation. You could have been over there and enjoying your family. But no, you're holding on to it. You need to let it go. I don't care if it's friend or family. Don't be holding on to stuff because people gonna die. And then you're gonna be wishing you could have talked to them. You could have said what you wanted to say. But they'll be no longer. So that's why I'm telling you, if you got a problem with your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, ex-best friend, whatever, be the bigger person and call them and get it right. Don't be holding on to shit. Because we don't need nothing blocking our blessings. You heard me? Yeah. Nah, we don't need nothing blocking the blessing. Listen, I had some baked chicken last night. My appetite still ain't all the way right, so I still can't eat a lot right now. Unless that Shine cooked it. I'm just gonna be eating a lot. Much as I be trying to say I'm over it, shit still got me sick to my stomach. And I know it got me sick to my stomach because I can't eat properly for a long time now. It got me sick to my stomach. Like, bruh, what the hell? Hell, I do not have to worry about this. You don't talk about it, worry about it. I can't become one of them niggas. I can't become one of them niggas. So I had baked chicken, baked chicken, mashed potatoes, and some string beans. And we just finished that up. That was dinner for last night. Refrigerator's out. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Never really been the biggest keeping ice in the truck, fan, but we done did it before. So I know how to do it. Like I said though, instead of stressing, we're gonna count our blessings. And being here, talking to you, is a blessing. So if you're watching me on the replay, make sure you hit the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe and comment. Comment the everyday blessing that we need to be thankful for. That we free. Especially that we free. Thank God for that. Oh my God. If you ain't never been in jail, don't go. Do not go. It is not fun. The food is horrible. You ever heard somebody describe jail as the belly of the beast? They was not lying to you. If you don't do crime, don't go do crime. You do not want to go sitting in that cell. Listen, I got people's in there right now praying God let them out of there. Sometimes you have to sit us down though because he'll kill us. You know what I'm saying? To keep from killing you, God will sit you down sometimes. I mean, just free game. If you're in America, WIA. It's called Workforce Investment Act. Google that. The WIA program, the Workforce Investment Program. The government will pay for you to go to school. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? They will pay for you to increase your financial intelligence by increasing your skills. Whatever skills that you go to school to learn, like if you go to learn the computer, then now you got computer skills, so you increasing your potential to make money. Like I went to school to learn how to drive trucks, and I increased my potential to make money. And now I'm thinking of other ways to continue to increase it, until we get to these M's. You feel me? We're gonna increase till we get to the M's. That's me. I'm him, Milktastic, Milkman, splashing in the fishbowl. This has been another episode. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We out. Yeah.